What happens when one of Britain's most iconic dishes takes a trip to Jamaica? Not to replace tradition, but to honor it with bold Caribbean flavor.
Today, we're taking a perfectly seasoned pork loin, wrapping it in buttery puff pastry, and stuffing it with rich callaloo, sweet caramelized onions, and unmistakable Jamaican seasoning.
This isn't just another Wellington. This is the Pork Yardington. Let's light the fire.
Yes, family, good morning and give thanks to another great rise. Welcome back to the lab where we're always infusing something. You know, we do it already, you know, we don't cook nothing normal over here. We always infuse something that you've never seen before or a dish that you have seen before, but we make it our own with some Jamaican fire infusion. So anyway, before I get started, I want to wish my daughter happy birthday. Jasmine, happy birthday, because I do all this for her anyway. So, welcome back to the lab. So today, we are doing something, as you can see by the intro, we doing a Yardington. You know we have a yard up everything, so not just the food is different, but we also give it a different name. So I say, so everybody know about the Wellington, which is a kind of boring. But we're going to do this, the Yardington, all right? So I'm going to put my own spin on it, as you can see. So let's get started so we can see what I go on in the kitchen here. So I'm using pork loins. So I have this giant pork loin we'll be slicing at two. So we're essentially going to make 2 Yardington. Now maybe, I don't know if they're going to eat after the whole night. No, they will. And then we're going to jerk a pork shoulder. In the United States, they call this pork butt. I don't understand why, because it's the shoulder of the pig. And then we're going to grill some pork chops as well. All right. So first things first, we need to get this seasoned up, and then we're going to season up the rest of the meats. I'm going to try something different on the other meats. But everything I go up on the grill, so to speak. So we're going to start with the pork loin. And that's what I said, we have it nice, clean up. You know, some people cut off the fat. I like to keep the fat because the fat always renders down through the meat to make it nice and tender. You know, we like our meats essentially medium well, right? Wellish. You want to say
that's a whole new word, huh?
No, wellish. Yeah. Not burnt, but you know, wellish. So anyway, we're going to start with our base, and I'm actually going to use my mustard sauce because our mustard oil, because I like that from the last cook. And normally, you know, when I'm seasoning my meats to put on the grill, I usually, as my baster, I usually use mustard, but this actually gives me a better option without having to use the actual mustard itself. So it's almost a mixture of my olive oil and my mustard all in one. So yeah. And for this, because we are putting it on the grill, we're going to use dry seasoning. So we're not seasoning it overnight, we're seasoning it today. So first we're going to put some jerk seasoning on it. I'm going to put that on there generously. As we want this, we just pack that in. Make sure so we get the corners as well. Always get your edges. Always get your edges. So you get that full balance of seasoning. Just pat it in without rub it in, but just pat it in. You know, pork is a meat that soaks up seasoning. So I say all the crease and crevices, all the sides. I'll hit it with a little bit of garlic salt. And that garlic is just gonna infuse into the meat once it hits that flame on the grill. Then I got my savory toffee stone seasoning. Or I'll finish off the top layer with. Want a nice syrup on the outside, nice mix of seasoning and flavor. And last but not least, you guys already know what we doing next, Lynn.
Smoked paprika.
Smoked paprika. You guys already know. We gotta have that smoked paprika on there. Because that's just the extra kick that we need for this meat. All right, so that's good to go. So we're gonna put this in a pan. I'm gonna do my second one, and then we're gonna come back, and then I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do with the rest of the meats. All right, so stay tuned. So next we have the pork shoulder and the pork chops that we're gonna do, and I wanted to try. I've always wanted to try, you know me, I always make my own seasoning, but I wanted to try this jerk marinade to see how it comes out. So this one is probably going to be a little bit simpler, but I always got to add something else to it. So first I'm going to do a little bit of extra garlic seasoning. You know garlic good for you. So we're just going to add a decent amount of garlic seasoning. I'm gonna add my smoked paprika. Just to give it that extra smoky kick. And then we're just gonna pour it with jerk sauce in there and see how it goes. We want to make sure it's spread out evenly. This is going to marinate for a few hours. You know I like to try new products and tell you how they are. Even though them not pay me still, but eventually somebody will. But you know we do it for the love, we don't do it for the likes. I don't know that already. So smells good though. So maybe, who knows, is there any restaurants that use this stuff? One thing, when I feel like the restaurants use this stuff to make it quicker. I not call out the restaurant or nothing but. Smells good though, not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. It does smell like the thing cook already, for real. And while we're here, people, don't forget, me and my friend from Italian Bushcraft in Italy, we got another cook plan for you guys, and we're gonna do it in a way you guys have never seen before on YouTube. So stay tuned for that. Be on the lookout for that. We dropped it in the community page, but you know it go already. We not do nothing normal over here. If you guys know this channel, you guys know we not do nothing normal. So make sure so you tell the people them. If you come over here, subscribe, like the channel, hype it up, and enjoy some of this torture with you. Right? That's what I want to call it, right? Torture. But yeah, this smells really good. This smells really good. So I think we got the entire meat well seasoned up. And I think this would be good if you cook a nice, if you don't have the time and you just feel like say you just come in from work and you want just, you know, want to spend the time to cut up some seasoning, you can just drop this jerk marinade on it. Make it sit for about half an hour or hour. Never make it sit longer than that still. Usually, you know, I season my meats overnight, but because it's my daughter's birthday, I wanted to make sure that she gets what she wants. Well, more than what she wants. So that is it. That looks nice and beautiful. We're gonna cover that down, let that marinate. And the next time I see you guys will be on the grill. And we still gotta prepare the rest of the Yardington, the other parts of the menu. But the first part of it is just getting it cooked on the grill first, and then we will work on the rest. Alright, so stay tuned. Well, we are out in the outside lab, and it is hot as fish grease out here, so yeah man. That's what we say. Devil out there with a cup of ice. But anyway, now I'm gonna stop it. So as you can see, things have been marinating for probably about 2-3 hours now. So we're gonna get our meats on the grill. And people, I had to do it. I got another grill, I'm sorry.
No, he's not.
I had to get it. I got the Weber. I used to have one, you know, but it kind of disappeared on me, so I had to get a new one. So this is my newest grill. I don't know which number this is, 15, 16. For those of you that are keeping receipts, all right? I don't know what number grill this is, okay? So anyway, I got it seasoned up because, you know, when you buy a new grill, you have to make sure so you put charcoal in it and make it burn for. So this has been burning for about 4 or 5 hours. So it's nice and seasoned. All right, that's what they call seasoning. So right now, I'm just gonna lock this down and make this thing go and do its thing. In the meantime and in between time, you know, we're at the workstation, so we have multiple grills to go. So this other one now, I'm gonna put my rest of my jerk meats. So I'm gonna have the big old pork shoulder here, so yeah. So we're gonna get that on. I'm gonna start it. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna start it over here, so I'm gonna start it here, so because I want to sear the pork chops first. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna drop the pork chops on the sear side, which is the heat side. Get a quick sear upon them, and then we're gonna move them to over this side, and then move the bigger piece over. So I'm just gonna get a quick sear upon them, real quick. And we get them seared on both sides. This is how I like to do any kind of meat made up on the grill. I like sear them first on the hot side, and then we move them over to the cool side. And as you can see, these are not like thick cuts of meat, so they won't take that long. So I'm just gonna sear them real quick, and then I'm gonna move them to the side there. Once we sear them both sides, move them and transfer the bigger meat to that side there. Alright, so right now we're gonna just lock it down. Make it go and do it thing, and then we're gonna check in a little bit when we flip them. Alright. So that's what I say. Woo! If you see me the next time, I'm gonna look like Tyrone Biggums. I'm gonna be skinny. Because it's hot. I may have my fun out there anyway. And maybe a little breeze start though later on. But anyway, we're outside, as you can see, I'm sweating. Oh, and as I'm tell you, multiple stations, so we have the rice and we're gonna put some rice and peas with the meal, you know. So we have the peas that I'm gonna cook right now. Make them go and do them thing. So keep an eye out with me. So the peas them not burn. Alright? Last time the peas them burn. I never see that, but last time the peas them burn, I have to cook a whole new dish. But you guys, maybe I'll show you some of the behind the scenes stuff. Maybe. But anyway, stay tuned, still out here.
I guess he got too hot out here.
Oh, you know. Oh, it's hot.
See, a water hose have many purposes.
Really? You gonna say a water hose has many purposes? Got it. All right, family, let's check in on our pork loins right here. Yeah, looking nice and beautiful. And I'm loving the grill. Loving the grill. So this is where we want it. We got a nice sear on them. Nice and cooked. We're gonna check them internally. We're gonna bring them inside first. Alright. But I think we're pretty good. I think we're good as far as where we want it. Yeah. For our Yardington. Like I said, I like my meats kind of medium well, you know. And Lynn like hers well done, so I have to make sure that she had the sample, you know, so I have to make sure so she love it the way she like it. So there we go. Our meat is cooked the way we want it. We're gonna go ahead and bring this inside, let it rest for a little bit. Then we're gonna finish up the last stage of the cook and get this thing ready to go for sample time. All right, so stay tuned. All right, for the next step in this dish, we're gonna get our veggies sauteed down, because you know, part of a Wellington, or in this case a Yardington, we usually put veggies in the mix. So right now I'm just gonna melt down some butter so we can saute down our veggies. Alright, we got our butter melted. We're gonna add some onions. So we're gonna get the onions to cooking. Just to caramelize just a little bit. Next we're gonna add some garlic, scallion, and some thyme. We're going to drop a little bit of seasoning on it. Don't forget my little smoked paprika in there. Of course. That's because Lynn loves it. As much as she don't like vegetables, she loves that smoked paprika. You don't like onions either, people. Did you guys know that? You don't like onions. But she'll eat it when it's cooked. You know, she just don't like the raw onions.
Can't stand the smell.
You don't mind the taste.
Not raw.
I know, that's what I just said. Alright, so now we got these cooked down the way we like. We're gonna add some callaloo. And people, these are the canned callaloo because I couldn't find the fresh callaloo. But still works the same. I originally thought about using some collard greens, but I wasn't scarce commodity as well. So now we're just gonna mix in the veggies with the callaloo. This is the Jamaican mix right here. Callaloo that. Callaloo, as them call it. So basically what we want to do, we just want the season settling into the callaloo, because we gotta have this, we gotta put this to the side once it's done and make it cool off, and then we're gonna work on the rest of the dish. Once it's cool off, we'll be ready to set up our Yardington. Alright, so we got the meat ready, we got the callaloo ready. So now we're gonna start putting this thing together, because it's going through stages right now. So first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna get some callaloo. We're gonna lay out some callaloo on the pan. We're gonna spread out the callaloo. I wanna make sure it covers the entire space of the pork loin. Then we're gonna get some bacon. So I got some smoked bacon right here. We're gonna do it in a diamond formation. All right, looking nice and pretty. So then we're gonna get our meat. We're gonna drop it on there like that. And we're gonna do the same thing over the top. It's a lot of bacon, right? There's no such thing as too much bacon. No such thing as too much bacon. So we got all our bacon. We'll set it up nice and good. And we're gonna put some more callaloo on the top. You have to see how Lynn's looking at me. She's like, that's a lot of vegetables. You want to see her face? Is that too much vegetables for you, Lynn? Is that too much vegetables for you?
I'm just trying to figure out how much more you're gonna put on here.
Enough to make this thing spectacular. All right. So right now, we got all our veggies nice and tucked in. So what we're gonna do, wrap it. We're gonna wrap it tight. What we're looking for. So we want it nice and tight. What we're going to do, we're going to put this in the fridge and we're going to let it seal up. All right, and once it's sealed up, we're going to work on the next part of the dish. So now we got our dough cut out. I'll save you some of that torture. And we have our rest of our meat. So we have the callaloo covered, bacon wrapped in, and we have the pork loin in the center. So now we have to just put it on the dough. So basically, I'm gonna put it on the dough. I gotta put another piece of dough over it. slice it just so we can get most of that dough off. Sure that I get it right. So for those of you guys that feel like pastry is easy to work with, it's not. It really is. But we adapt and we overcome. All right, got some egg wash. I'm gonna spread over it. I'm just gonna smooth it out. Good to go?
Good to go.
Alright, so now we're going to put some pattern on it. So I'm going to use my little leaf design. I'm just going to drop some leaf patterns on here. That's what I say. It's all about the presentation. Using my leaf design, I'm hoping that when it's finally baked, it comes out as pretty as it looks. All right, good to go. You ready to put this thing in the oven?
Yeah, let's see what happens.
Let's see what happens, my people. Let's see how it comes out. So we're gonna drop this in the oven at 375 for what? About 30 minutes?
Yeah. To golden brown.
Till golden brown. All right, let's get it in the oven. And now we'll see you guys shortly. And what I'm gonna do, the other one, I'm gonna wrap that one separate because I make a different one too. Remember, I cut it in half, you know, so I'm gonna make the separate second one, and you guys will see how that one turns out as well. All right, so stay tuned. All right, so we got everything completely done, and I wanted, well, as you can see, my patterns didn't show up as well as I wanted to, but it does look good. So now we're gonna slice into it so we can see where I go on. So, all right, you ready for this?
I'm ready.
Let's go.
Sound crunchy.
Slice it down the middle. We're gonna open this thing up so you guys can see. Ooh. Wow. Doesn't it look good when the food looks like the thumbnail? Doesn't it look good when the food looks like the thumbnail? Look, we don't mess around here. We make sure what you see is what you get. What do you think, Lynn?
Yeah.
Yeah? Ooh, I'm gonna give it a little rotation so y'all can see what's going on. Outstanding. So what we gonna do next?
Sample it.
Sample time. So I'm gonna slice this up and then we'll be ready for sample time because Lynn is gonna be the first one to taste this beautifulness that's going on with this dish. All right, so I'm gonna slice it up and we'll see you shortly. All right, family, what time is it?
Sample time.
Sample time. All right, sampler, What we got on the plate?
Some pork loin,
Mm-hmm.
some bacon, and pastry.
That's how you describe it?
And this is the same thing with greens. Well,
Greens?
callaloo.
Oh, Callaloo. You hear what she say? Callaloo. Me telling some of Jamaicanites are very slowly, you know. So we did 2 of them. You guys didn't see the second one, but this one is just bacon as the liner. This one have the Callaloo in the center. Yes, the Yardington. So, sampler, get after it.
First.
Hey, what time is it?
Pork look nice and tender.
It's sampling time, baby.
Bacon.
Don't skip the Callaloo, you know.
It's sampling
Don't
time.
skip it.
It's sampling time. Me don't care.
I know that she don't like vegetable already, so don't skip the Callaloo.
Belly start wine right now. It's all about sampling time. Oh yeah. It's sampling time. We don't care. Day or night time. Fork in hand. I'm feeling fine right now. It's all about sampling
You can
time.
taste the smoke.
Mama
All in
in the
this.
kitchen jar.
And the callaloo.
Rice and peas,
You season
oh
just
Lord,
right.
it's slamming.
Can't taste the
Steam rise
onions
up
you
like
put in it.
holy smoke.
Why? Because you don't like onions?
Make me choke with joy.
But this is really good.
Got a
Tasty,
rhythm of its
flavorful.
own. One little taste and my cover blown. Windstone
Nice
dancing,
and
spoon
crunchy.
in the air. Say chef of the year. Yeah, I'm
Just a
right.
hint of sweet.
Don't wait, don't rush the line.
What do you mean sweet?
Everybody
Sweet?
soon
What's
get
sweet
a
on
bite
there?
in time. Taste
The
buds
pastry.
ready.
Oh,
Fork on
okay.
deck. Once you
I
taste,
didn't
you
think the pastry is supposed to be sweet, but okay.
It's sampling time and we don't care.
Just
Rain
a
or sunshine, food
simple
smells
sweet.
sweet. Belly start wine right now. It's all about sampling time. Oh yeah. It's
Are you
sampling
confused?
time, yeah. It okay.
You wrapped it so it's hard to get into.
What do you mean?
It's all about sampling time.
Just go after it then. Don't worry about it. Getting into it, just go after it.
Come try if you're there. You can't wait me there on fire.
Well, people don't know what and all that stuff means. So I don't think at this point I have to explain. Well, for my new subscribers, I have to explain what and all these other, you know, non-verbal words mean. So, means that it's good.
It's all about sampling time. Everybody say it's sampling time. We don't care day or night time. From Jamaica to worldwide and right now. It's all
Can I
about
try?
sampling the
Why do you always look up like that when I say, can I try?
This is good.
That wasn't the question. I said, can I try? What is?
All yours.
You didn't answer my question. Can I try it?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Let's rotate. My turn. Let's get into this thing. Cause she quiet, but me not quiet when it comes to food. I gotta tell her how it feel and how it tastes. So this is the one with just the bacon. Yes. I'm trying to keep it professional. Is there anything in my beard?
You good.
All right. All right. The pork was tender, as you can see. It's not overcooked, not undercooked either. Yeah,
Not stringy.
it's not stringy. Yeah, all these things. But this is the one I want to taste. This is the one that has the callaloo mixing. Yes. I tell you what. This is the first time I'm doing anything with pastry. And this came out really good.
Would you make it again?
Oh, yeah. The only difference is, now I know the difference with the pastry, how to make sure that I have my temperature high enough to where my pattern, which is like, you know, presentation is a big deal. And I realized that my temperature was, I started at 375, then I raised the temperature up to 400. I feel like if I started at 400 when I put it in the oven, then it would have maintained the designs that I put on the outside. But either way, everything turned out nice and crusty. I mean, the flaky crust, look at this flaky crust. I see that. Pork nice. Pork nice.
How about the bacon? Can you taste it?
The bacon is like the second layer of the flavor, you know? So, once you bite into the first layer, which is the flaky crust, then the bacon is the next layer, then the vegetables, perfect complement. Look, this is more than enough. I didn't even show you guys the jerk pork I'm gonna do and the pork chop, because this is a meal in itself. And again, I told you, if you guys watch yesterday, or was it yesterday, day before?
Yesterday.
Yesterday. Everything else that I cooked was for Jasmine's birthday. So, but nothing wrong with them. We're gonna enjoy this tonight too. So this is the backup meal to the backup meal to the backup meal. All right. So anyway, what we're gonna do, Lynn?
Mash up the food.
Mash up the food. We're gonna mash up the rest of the food, and we still got another cook coming this week. So don't go too far, because I got my collaboration with Italian Bushcraft. So you guys have seen it on the community page that we have another cook coming up, and this one's going to be not known you guys have never seen before. All right, so stay tuned to the channel. We're going to mash up the rest of this food there, and we will see you in about maybe a day or two. Just make sure someone turn on the notification, because I realize a lot of only have a notification turn on, you know. I'm gonna miss most time when they come in sample time. And maybe we just time it away there, because I feel like say a lot of times when I do a premiere on a show for sample time. Because you know what I go through the torture. But anyway, we will see you guys on the next one. Italian Bushcraft. My brother Giuliano. We will see you on the next one. Alright, so turn on your notifications, like it up, share it up, hype it up, and we'll see you on the next one. Alright? Right now, we're gonna deal with this thing because the callaloo, and then we have some pear, aka avocado. We got this outside crunch.
From Jamaica to Vegas, we bring in the heat. Big flavor, big vibes every time we eat. Stones, food chronicles, food nice, good times, everybody roll.
We got on our road. Alright? So later. Good night.
Good night.